Is it-
Okay. So, guys, welcome to Matchweek 2 EPL Roundup. So, let's get this started. So, let's start with Man City versus Spurs. Thoughts?
What did we expect, man? We've seen
2
this every season.
2-0 Spurs. Second time winning the Etihad two times in a row.
I think first time it happens in Guardiola's career too. I think some shit like that.
Pardon?
That first time it happens in Guardiola's career where it slaps him at home back to back. So
What are we
like I feel
thinking?
like I'm really impressed with their coach though. That guy's a good coach, man. Thomas
Thomas
Frank.
Frank, he's a
Thomas
tactician.
Frank, yeah, for sure. Nah, all of my friends that are Man City fans, they've always been worried about Spurs, especially early in the season. You know, one of my friends, he was telling me like, man, this guy, like, for some reason, Spurs just always have their number. They're always beating
Mhm.
them in the beginning of the season. But it is what it is. I think it's business as usual for Pep losing to Spurs and then going on a crazy run after.
You think they can go on a crazy run though?
Yeah, I think they have the tools. I think they have the tools for that. Um, and I'll never count out Pep for sure, like when it comes to that type of stuff. Um, but yeah, nah, I think they have a good like squad depth right now if they can stay healthy. The most recent thing I saw from them was that they're gonna like sell Akanji or something. I don't think that's a good move, but yeah,
I honestly think he's their best defender, in my
yeah,
opinion. I
yeah,
think Akanji is the best in my opinion. But I was saying that, I made a post on my TikTok. I was saying that they were getting a bit hyped because they beat Wolves away from home 4-0.
mm.
Come to the Etihad now, they lose to Spurs 2-0. Yeah, it's their bogey team, but just a difference in performances from what they showed in match week 1 to match week 2, they look lost.
Yeah. I feel like because they actually had some proper competition now. They kind of got a good little training sesh with Wolves,
Yeah.
and then now like Thomas Frank is on smoke. To be honest, I'll give more credit to like Spurs than I will to like Man City being bad. To be honest, I
But
think I think it's
what
more
about Spurs? What does this mean for
Spurs.
them? Because we've seen these things that sometimes Spurs, they do start off strong, then Spurs way they fall off. So are we going to use these two games to judge Spurs and say, okay, they can really get top six, for example, or it's too early?
Honestly, I
Top
mean,
eight. Top
they're on that trajectory for sure.
So
Well, like,
for
yeah,
Chima, for you, top six is too much.
yeah. I think top six might be too much because they are playing like they'll be playing, I think, Champions League, no? They're playing Champions League.
Yeah, they're playing
Yeah.
Champions
yeah,
League.
Think just that I think Thomas Frank, because like this is the first time playing Champions League, so it might be like a lot for him. But like I think top eight, like I think because like Thomas Frank, he's like grounded in the Premier League. Like this is not like his first rodeo. He's really experienced, so he's really gonna know how to play all those Premier League teams. Like I don't think Tottenham are gonna be like a walk in the park this season. Like they're actually gonna be like a tough team to play. Because like I think he's a good coach, man. I wanted United to get him. United
Oh,
should have gone
Thomas
for Thomas.
Frank.
mm.
Yeah, because he's serious and he knows the league. You know what I'm saying? So I think top eight for them. But the thing I was gonna mention is City's goalkeeper. I think that guy is sus.
Yeah,
Trafford.
he can't use his feet,
Put on, he can't use his feet. This is not the first time,
He
second
can't
time,
use
third
his
time.
feet at all. Under
Yeah,
pressure, he's suspect. Yeah, not gonna lie.
But you
It was
see,
shocking.
what I have a question mark now is that okay, everyone says that Trafford can't use his feet, but at the same time, Donnarumma really can't use his feet either. So it's like I really don't understand that signing, honestly. Like I just don't think it's a Pep signing personally to sign a goalkeeper that isn't comfortable playing out the back. Like if you watch Donnarumma, like he's not. He's a world-class shot stopper. He's very good with penalties. He's very good at shot stopping, but on the ball, Donnarumma is not. He's shaky. So I kind of wonder why they're going for him personally and how it's gonna work. But I feel
Uh,
like I think they got Donnarumma because of his price, like 26 mil for Donnarumma.
Was that's how much he's going for?
Yeah, it's only like 26. It's not even
That's a
really 30.
steal.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So it's kind of like finding, Balenciaga at a thrift shop or some shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Holy. I
it's
didn't know that.
crazy.
he's
Yeah.
way expensive. His wages are up.
He's probably
He's
asking
not
for a
even
lot of money. That's
That's the
probably why
thing. Yeah,
PSG didn't renew him
this is why United also didn't go for him was because of his wages.
How much is he asking for, you know?
uh,
I think it's like 10 mil a year, something like that.
For a
I saw
goalie,
goalkeeper.
bro.
I saw
Yeah, which is crazy, which is crazy,
he
but
wants like yeah, he wants like Haaland money, like 400-500K.
He's crazy. He's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
He's insane.
Right now, I think he was about on 300. So you wanted, in that 400-500 range, like what KDB them used to mix. Like,
No, not for a goalkeeper. That's not worth it. So what about Arsenal? Arsenal 5-0 at Leeds. Are we convinced? Gyökeres 2 Gs. A
Nah,
little
it's
bit.
not. I told you Arsenal Liverpool is the game. Not really, bro. Leeds,
I
nah.
feel like I
They
feel like
just
Leeds at home isn't really a testament of anything. Like I feel like that's just a routine. You should win at home to Leeds. Leeds. We spoke about Leeds in the last panel. They're a team that wants to play football. Daniel Fark
yeah,
is to come out, and I told you guys last week or 2 weeks ago when we had our last panel that I'm not a fan of small teams that don't have the players that want to come out and play versus the big teams. If you try to
right,
come
right.
out and play versus Arsenal, you will get spanked 5-0 every single time. And we saw that in the beginning it's cool, you play a high pace, high intensity, try to match, their level, but the difference in skill will always override when it comes to the big teams and the small teams, which is why I also feel like Leeds are gonna be going down this season with Daniel Fark for sure.
Well, how do you think like Arsenal played? Like just their general gameplay. Yeah, they won 5-0 but in my opinion, I think they still have another level to get to. I still think like 5-0 looks convincing, but I still think they have another level to get through. They scored like two set pieces, but just from open play in general, I think they have another level they haven't reached yet. Maybe they're gonna grow into it in the season. What do you guys think?
When
that's kind of what. Okay.
No, no, no. Me, I don't really have much to say when it comes to that particular game. But when it comes to that particular game for Arsenal, but I feel like at this point we need to stop saying, when we talk about Arsenal, we emphasize the whole set piece thing when we say, well, they scored, but they scored two. We always add that but they scored two set piece goals. I feel like we need to start giving them more credit in terms of like their coaching staffs and their set piece coaches because I feel like at this point their brilliance from set pieces should now be a part of their identity. It's now a strength. It's no longer they played bad but they score set pieces. I feel like they're revolutionizing. How do you say that word, man? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
revolutionary. Yeah,
yeah,
got it.
they've enhanced that art of set pieces, and I feel like that's one of their core strengths now. So I don't really see it as oh, they did this, but now it's just more of like this is just what they do and they're just really good at it and they will always score, you know, great goals from set pieces. So yeah, but overall I think they played well. Like I think they played like they played a good game, I feel like the ball moved a lot better than it did against United and which I felt like was always gonna happen, after the first game and getting more comfortable. Gyökeres didn't look as clunky on the ball. Scored a decent individual solo goal, created a chance out of nothing. So you know, good to see how they look overall, especially when Eze comes in the mix for sure.
Chiba, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with most of what he said because like I was even gonna say like the games Leeds is not really a game or how you're saying like Arsenal has to go another level. Like I think Leeds at home is not really a game where you're gonna see Arsenal like play like second gear or third gear. Like it's more gonna be like a training match. If you watch like the first 30 minutes, Leeds actually came out to, ask some questions. But after Arsenal scored the set piece, like we gained some confidence and Saka scored the second goal. Like, the game opened up. And as he said, like if we come out to play against Arsenal, like most times they're gonna get spanked 5-0. So the set piece thing, I actually like it because before we were like very weak in set pieces, like
Yeah,
corner. When you play against Arsenal, you must score a corner. But now it's actually like I'm living in like Lululand, seeing like my team score corners like it's guaranteed. Like you can bank on us scoring corner. You know what I'm saying? Like so for us to play 90 minutes and for we not to score a corner, it means your team is actually good in
yeah,
defending corners too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's actually a good thing. And speaking of corners, I think we can segue to Chelsea West Ham because Chelsea too scored two corners too or two set piece.
Just one more thing about Arsenal though is
Yeah.
that
Okay,
like
okay.
I feel like for a title contending team, like you're supposed to be winning 5-0 against like the newly promoted side. You're supposed to like so far for Arsenal, just based off of these two games. Yeah, we like to be a little bit harsh for Arsenal because like, it's basically all or nothing for Arteta this season, like he has to win something, he has to win. So like, yeah, we're putting pressure on like Gyökeres and some of these new signings and stuff, but I think so far, if I'm an Arsenal fan, like so far so good because you're getting those gritty 3 points at Old Trafford away and things like that, and you're still dominating against the teams you should be dominating against. Like in the past, Arsenal, well, usually later in the season, so hopefully they keep this up if if you're an Arsenal fan, but like it's usually like later in the season where it's games like these, Leeds away or like Southampton or whatever it was in the past, where they like get a draw or something and it completely ruins their trajectory for the rest of the season. So seeing something dominating like this, I would be happy if I was an Arsenal fan.
For sure.
So Chelsea,
Man.
Vash, what do you have to say? Chelsea scored two corners,
Oh,
good response. You smashed them. Was it 5-0, 5-1?
5-1.
5-1.
After,
First
after, after that,
game,
after that opener from Paqueta, I know you were shivering.
Yo, I was
bro.
sure not gonna lie, man.
That was a crazy opener, yeah. That was
Not
a
gonna
crazy
lie,
goal.
bro. Especially with Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer not playing. I
Yeah,
wasn't.
because of Muhammad not playing, you got to see Esteval. You really
Yeah.
took his chance.
Man of the match. I told you guys, I remember when I said it first week. Yeah, like think about me, like I try not to live off reactions. Like I try not to be reactionary. I try to actually be very unbiased in my opinions. I told you
Yeah,
guys at the beginning that, Estevao was really Illuminado. Like I said it, you even posted on your TikTok. Like,
yeah.
he's a chosen one and he showed it. Like, this guy is a 17-year-old kid, started his first Premier League game, felt very comfortable. He's shrugging off defenders. I swear that guy he doesn't weigh more than 120, 130 pounds. Like he's a
Mm.
very small guy, but he looks very confident. He's taking on his man, putting in like very good crosses into the box. Like I can't complain. Man of the match performance, bro. This guy is born in 2008. Like it's a blessing to have this guy on my team, not gonna lie. And with Cole Palmer out, he was able to show why we signed him for that amount of money at such a young age. The whole team played well, we responded well. Although I definitely believe that West Ham are a struggling side, like, and until they part ways with Graham Potter, it's gonna always be, difficult for them to play proper football. But it was good to see my team, man. Like I felt like we dominated every single aspect of the game. João Pedro got his goal, Esteval got his assist. My defenders, even Chim was talking about like the set piece thing. We scored two set pieces, and I feel like with the way the league is becoming, set pieces are going to be a very, very useful tool for a lot of teams because now it's hard to break teams down. It's hard to break Premier League teams down across 90 minutes, because everyone has a very structured system, flat system that is hard, you're passing from side to side. But if you can make set pieces a strong aspect of your game, it just changes everything because when you score from those set pieces, then they have to come out of their shape. So, it's good to see my team, basically not all over the game, man. And, I'm happy. I'm excited, man. Can't wait for game week 3.
And you
Who,
got to
who,
make those teams pay for the like set pieces and the small things. That's what's gonna make the difference, I think. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
who do you guys have game week 3?
I'm actually not, let
Is
me
it
even
Bright? Is it Brighton?
let me just confirm. Let me just confirm because I'm not
Might be
sh
Brighton.
it's Fulham.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Fulham. Oh,
yeah,
Fulham away or home?
home, home, home. That
Oh,
should be that for me personally, that's easy 3 points.
but you said
But
that about Crystal Palace.
nah, 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 nah. Palace is different. Nah, Palace
Palace
is
and Fulham are at the same. I think they're on the same tip.
no,
You don't think
no.
so?
Maybe now with AZ gone, but like I feel like Palace are definitely they have a better coach, better team, better structures, and they have better individual talent. Mateta is a problem with Ismail Lessar behind. Fulham don't have that type of offensive threat. Yes, they have a good backline with Anderson and my boy from Lions, Calvin Bassey, but
Yeah,
they don't have a serious offensive threat. Fulham is the only team that didn't sign anyone. They didn't sign
yeah,
anyone
yeah. That's
this
true.
year. So
That's true.
I just feel like they're going to always be around that 15th, 16th, 14th range, and should be easy 3 points in
Bro,
my
come
opinion.
on, bro. That's low for Fulham. 15, 16.
Yeah, yeah,
Did,
I
did
Bro,
you
that's low,
they,
bro.
did- they didn't improve. They didn't sign anyone. Even Marco, forgot the name of the coach.
Marco
Marcus.
Silva,
Silva?
Marco Silva.
But yeah, he came out a few days ago doing his press conference talking about he's the only team that hasn't they didn't spend a penny.
Mm.
The last two transfer markets, they haven't signed anyone, so they've been rocking with the same team for the past 2, 3 years, and I just feel like we like it's a comfortable win for us in my opinion.
I don't think you did. You beat them last season, home and away? Fulham.
Nah, nah, we didn't beat them home and away.
You didn't beat them and you didn't beat them at all?
No, we beat them, but we didn't beat them at both legs.
Oh, so you beat them at home.
Yeah, we beat them at home, but
Okay. Yeah,
they
that curving coverage is a tough place to go sometimes.
Who do you think performed the best in the West Ham game?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question.
Personally, I know Estavao got the man of the match, but in my opinion, I think Chalobah was very good.
Chalobah was
Charlie
very
was
good.
good, yeah.
I liked him. I liked him a lot. Very like he played a complete center back performance after the first 15 minutes when we conceded. He was very comfortable. Won all his duels versus Fulkrug. Felt very comfortable, and he got his goal. So yeah, I would say probably him. He was my favorite for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
who do you
Joao
think? Joao Pedro?
Joao Pedro, yeah, he had a good performance. I think like got like a goal and was it 2 assists? I
Yeah, he
think.
had the goal and assist. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, Joao Pedro like that's one of those like underrated Prem strikers of the past like couple years, and I think like he needed that big team move. So Chelsea, I think he'll do really well. Also, the kit. I'm so mad that you guys have such a nice kit.
Oh, that
Like
kid's
that
cold.
the black kit that they were
That
wearing,
kid's
the total
cold. That's
90.
cold.
Oh
That's
man.
cold.
Yeah,
But quickly about
yeah.
Joao Pedro. The thing about Joao Pedro is I rate Joao Pedro. Link up play is good. You know, links up with his teammates well. He's at it. He presses. But the thing about with Joao Pedro, I'm not really sold on him being an out and out goal scorer. Like I
Mm,
know he's in form right now, but I feel like if we were to let's say he gets a little niggle and he comes off, and doesn't play for like 2, 3 matches, and he wants to come back, I feel like it'll be hard for him to get back to form. I'm not sold on him being an out and out goal scorer. Nah, I don't trust him.
I kind of like
Last
the
season he scored like 12 G's. I think like eight of them were pens or something.
uh,
Hands, bro. Yeah,
Eight of
bro.
them were like pens, bro.
I like that they were playing him like behind the lap.
I think that's his best position. If he
I
plays
think
there for
so
the rest of
too.
the season, I think they'll have to move Palmer to the right flank.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think
Cam, he's
that's his best. Like as a second striker type thing, I think João Pedro
Yeah.
is good there.
that's his natural position. Actually, he's
I
not a
think
striker.
he's not a striker. That second
He's-
striker, I think he's very good there.
No, when
Yeah,
he was at Brighton, he would always play behind Welbeck. Like,
Welbeck, yeah.
yeah, that's where he can operate. But like, if I were
that's
gonna pick a man of the match from that game, I would be Pedro Neto. I think that's your best winger. Like on a good day, everyone's fit. I think Pedro Neto because like what I really like about Pedro Neto is he can operate on both wings. And his
mm,
play style changes. Like maybe on the right flank, he's looking to cut in, but he can also go byline. But on that left flank, it's straight blitz you and just whip a ball. And he has a good ball, a good cross on him too.
yeah, for
I like
sure.
Pedro Neto. But the thing about Pedro Neto, he's got two ACL injuries. He's still fast. They had to nerf him.
Was
Had
there
to nerf him.
he
two?
is a good.
I thought
Like
you only had
not
one.
two, not one. I think it was like one, no, not two ACLs. This one fractured knee type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And he's
yeah.
still that fast. Nah, they had to nerf him.
Yeah, also, speaking of like left wingers and stuff, Garnacho has been linked with Chelsea like basically the whole summer, and we're like coming in on the last week of the transfer market. Would you actually want Garnacho on your team? Like, would you want
No,
him as a Chelsea player?
no.
Yeah,
For me, it's like, I just don't need, I just feel like I don't need unnecessary death. Like, I don't need players that are just going to be here. Like, with that, the Garnacho signing just screams he wouldn't be here for longer than one season. You know, I personally would have re-signed Sancho. I felt
yeah,
like, with all the news behind Sancho and everyone has all these things to say about him, but while he was in a Chelsea shirt, he gave it everything. Like there was not one time where there was any news articles about him. There was not one time where, and you guys can be a testament. I don't think you guys heard anything about Sancho during the season last season when he played for Chelsea. There was no news that came out, but it's just so unfortunate because United is such a toxic club. Before we even touch on that club is so toxic that the news, like it's like a benefit for the news outlets to bring out bad news about United players,
Yeah, it's
especially.
clicks. Yeah.
Yes, it brings so many clicks. So, I just right now I just want to avoid signing any players from them, especially the ones that have been exiled, like, the Rashfords, Garnacho,
Mm.
Sancho. Personally, I don't want Garnacho anywhere close to my club.
Well, are you guys still looking at Xavi Simons?
Yeah, but it's gone quiet now.
Yeah, it's gone quiet. Yeah. I don't
Right.
know. You think you guys need him? You think he's a good, he can bring something to the squad? Something different, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Because right now we're playing four competitions. Everything is cute now, but you guys remember these times back.
Yeah.
You guys remember those dark times in January, February, when like the season starts to become grimy and
Yeah, Grammy, Muggy.
injuries, there's suspensions, there's just a lot of things that's happening. And right now we don't really have that depth at left wing. I'm not really too comfortable with going in, the season with just, Bino Gittins as my only left-sided player.
Is he the only one right now?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
So if you get Xavi Simons, you would play him on the left,
Yeah,
and
on the
then
left-hand space, and
and Joao Pedro in the middle, and then Palmer on the right, or would you put Palmer in the middle?
I'll
Yeah,
put
well,
Palmer. It's rotational. It's really
Yeah,
rotational. I can have Palmer on the right.
mm,
Palmer had his best season on the right side. So, you
yeah.
know, Palmer on the right with João Pedro right behind Delap, and on the left Xavi Simons. It can be so many different things. There'll be games where we have to sit Palmer and play Xavi in the middle, hypothetically. But I would rather have Xavi than have Garnacho. Million miles. Million miles.
it
Yeah,
should change.
I think
The combination should change depending on the game, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Exactly, for sure.
So
yeah, I
moving
think
on.
anybody would take Xavi over Garnacho.
So guys, United draw at Fulham at Craven Cottage. Was it a draw? 1-1, right?
1-1, yeah.
1-1 draw. Thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts?
United
Ah
started
man,
like United started so good, man.
Yeah, they were
Cunha,
fire. Like, bro, I read so many things, and I don't agree with so many things that's being said. So I'm gonna have you guys talk, and I'm gonna chime in. What do you guys think?
now United started to. I'll just 3 minutes. United started so good. Like first 15 minutes, they were so good. Like Cunha, Mount was balling his life out. Cunha was balling his life out. Even but Calvin Bassey silenced Mbeumo. See what I told you about Mbeumo, bro? One on one is useless, bro. You see, but like Cunha, Cunha was crazy, man. Cunha was on fire. So, but I think Fulham kind of sussed them out, and the game just changed because Fulham took over the game, and it was like Man United was begging for the game to finish. If the
Okay.
game went under 20, 30 minutes, Fulham would have scored like the 2 goals or one more goal. I feel like
Yep.
yeah. United, honestly, like Fulham away, to be honest, is still pretty like a tough match
It's a banana slip.
for anybody.
It's a
But
banana slip.
I was just go ahead, Toby.
No, I don't know. I'll let you talk because I know I really want to hear your perspective. But it almost feels like every time United is talking, it almost feels like every game is a hard game for United. Like it's like
Listen,
other fans talk. It's like Fulham away is hard, Palace away is hard.
when you're a mid
Bournemouth is hard. So
listen
what are the
wh-
games that we expect United to win at this point?
when you're a mid-table team, every game is mid basically. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's what we are. We're a mid-table team. Like we finished 15th. That's not good. You know, our media, our media is so like big or whatever. It makes us seem like a big club,
Yeah,
but when you look at what the reality is, we're not that anymore, you know? Even
that's
though,
fact.
but so like I'm just being realistic here, and I'm saying like compared to what we were last season, we spent so much money, and it is disappointing to be honest because Fulham spent nothing and we still drew with them, which is kind of embarrassing to be honest. But I will, but like the thing is with Fulham, it's Fulham away has always been a tough match. Like I'm just saying, the ground itself has been known to be like a tough match for anybody. Um, However, the thing about that game in general, like I think we had such a good start, like Chima was saying, and Cunha was on smoke. He had like three chances. One of them was on the woodwork. Like it was pretty crazy. Like we had such a nice start. I really liked how Mount was playing as well. Even though like I didn't really understand that putting Mount as like a false nine at first, but it's starting to make sense to me and I'm kind of liking it. But I'm still just kind of confused about the midfield. I think that's where we kind of slipped up because it's as if like we get tired real fast and then we just slow down and then the pace of the like we put a pace on these teams, especially early doors, right? And then we just start to slow down, slow down, slow down, and then they gain more momentum. And I'm still gonna give credit to Fulham because especially like Emil Smith Rowe. This guy came on and had a pretty decent match right after he scored and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. I'll take a draw, but I think we still have a lot of work to do.
You know, I'm just me personally. I'm very much concerned, and I'm very much concerned with that club because, I remember you guys were saying. I think somebody said that they had United as top eight, top seven in the first,
I said top six.
and I'm like,
Wait,
bro, like,
wait, sorry. Oh my God, I completely forgot. Bruno missed a penalty in that fucking game.
yeah,
I completely forgot about this for some reason. It slipped my mind. That was like the thing I was the most pissed about. Like, how are you, Bruno Fernandes, the guy that's known for penalties? You're gonna sky it. He did. It's not even like you can give credit to the goalkeeper or anything. This guy skied a penalty.
He said the ref messed him up when he buffed into him.
Yeah, he said ref messed him up, and then he had to redo his whole routine and stuff. And after all of that, he skies it, which I'm just like, man. As a captain, like as a captain, you have to have a little bit more composure than that. You can't just because the ref bumps into you, you get your whole flow is messed up. Like I don't
personally,
know.
I feel like a decision needs to be made in terms of your penalty taker, but that's even the last of your problems because statistically, there was a stat that came out that Bruno has missed the most pens in the Premier League since he came to the Premier League. So, when you look at numbers like that, you have three promising attackers that are good on penalties. Cunha can take penalties. Sesko can most definitely take penalties. Obviously, Sesko is new and Mbeumo can do his thing. So I think maybe the club might be should think about, who they want their penalty taker to be. Maybe it should actually be one of the guys
Yeah,
main
to be
No
honest,
chance that
I
happens,
agree.
bro.
I
No
agree with
chance that happens.
I agree
Bruno
with
Fernandes off pens, no chance. The captain off pens, no chance.
most pens he
thing
came.
is like
He probably takes the most too.
I actually agree with Toby because like this one pen taker, like one designated pen taker kind of makes no sense because like after a while he becomes predictable, especially when you're facing the same goalkeepers, the same teams, whatever. Like you have 11 players at your disposal. Every single one of them should be good at pens.
I
So you
never thought
should
about it like
switch
that.
it up. Like just logically, like you should be able to switch it up every now and then somebody else takes a pen,
That
you
makes
know?
sense. I never thought about it like that,
Yeah. Like even tactically, I feel like that would be pretty cool. Like it's a unpredictable kind of thing, you know? Like one day it's Mbembo, one day it's Cunha, one day it's Sesko, one day it's Fernand, like, you know?
Yeah, switch it up. I never thought about it like that,
Sure.
I don't like it. It's more of like a culture thing at this point, you know? It's like, okay, this is our prem takers, our pen taker, so like he just out of respect, we're gonna let him take all the pens, even if he misses, you know, we'll give him another shot or whatever. It's kind of like outdated, I think.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
for me personally, I feel like my biggest problem with United right now, aside from the fact that they're just not a good team, they actually don't have good players. Like if you look at that team, man for man, from back to front, they generally don't have good quality players. But my biggest problem has always been the midfield. I see it time and time again. If you go into every game with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes as your starting pivot, you decide to play a pivot and you play those two profiles, you're going to struggle. Like I don't even think those profiles complement each other. We're talking about the Premier League. These games are very intense. You need profiles that complement each other. You look at other teams, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, like Arsenal, especially Arsenal. You have Declan Rice and Zubimendi. One player who is going to be very strong on the ball, make sure that the ball is moving fast from back to front,
They can also cover for each other,
cover for each
like
other.
Rice and Zubamendi.
I look at Casemiro and Bruno, and it's like, how does that even match? Like, how does that even make sense from a tactical standpoint? Like,
Yeah,
Casemiro is out of his legs, he's out of depth, and Bruno isn't defensively secure right now. He's somebody that still wants to go forward. He's somebody that still wants to be involved in the attack, and he's not the most secure when it comes to a two-man midfield. So it puts so much pressure on Casemiro, and Casemiro isn't who he once was. So it's like I'm still I'm struggling to see how you guys, get past 50 points this season. Personally, it just feels like this team isn't well built, and if we only have one more week to the end of the transfer window, I don't personally see United getting anyone else aside from a goalkeeper from Belgium, who still needs to be a secondary right now because you can't just bring a goalkeeper from Belgium and expect him to start. It's just
yeah,
a disaster. So right now, I just feel bad for the team. I feel bad for the fans, and sooner or later they're going to start turning on the likes of Mbuemo. They're going to start turning on the likes of Cunha to do more than they should be because of a poorly structured team. It just feels like a mess in Old Trafford. And then
yeah. In terms of our midfield, like I've been complaining about it since game week one, and I think I'm gonna continue complaining about it like deep into the season. Um, the other thing that I just don't understand is like you have a talent like Kobe Mainu, and you're just letting him kind of just rot on the bench. And I'm like, man, even me, I'm just like, yo, at least put him on loan or something. If you're not gonna use him, just get like at least get some sort of potential out of him. Because Kobe Mano is pretty diverse and he's young, so he can fit into the system that Amaram wants to play if he like allows him to get into a proper role and stuff. As for like Casemiro and Ugarte and these guys, I'm sick of it to be honest. Like it's the same shit every year, and I definitely think we still need to sign some sort of a midfielder. Playing with these two midfielders in this system, um, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I think we'll get run down in the Prem like if you're only playing with two midfielders, because the last teams that play with two midfielders was when 4-4-2 was a thing, and that's like it's been proven to not work anymore. So we're yeah.
Honestly, these are my thoughts from watching the game. I watched the whole game. Obviously, first 15, 20 minutes, they were hot. It was working. What I bagged from that game, or what I took from that game, is they had their chance to win the game. For me, a Premier League match is 90 minutes. Sometimes your chance to win the game is the first 15, 20 minutes. You win the game there, then you see out the game. They had chance upon chance. They had like three, four good chances on top of a penalty to win the game. They just didn't take them. After they didn't take their chances, Fulham grew back into the game, and obviously they lost control because I agree with Slick, they did get tired. But at the end of the game, I seen some of their match reactions. I do not agree with the match reactions. The midfield, blame the manager. Bro, no. The system works. We need to blame the players for not being ruthless. Cunha had two, three chances, did not score. That is Cunha. That's not the manager. That's not the midfield. That's Cunha. And Bomo he's good, but as Timo said before, one on one, he was on Bassi had him on locks. My own thing is when Fulham did grow into the game, the coach needs to make some changes. For example, Ahmad. Ahmad is like a star in that team. Putting him right wing back for me makes absolutely no sense. Ahmed and Mbomo should be going band for band for that right wing forward spot. Mbomo is not that stamped that Ahmed can't take him out. Bro, Mbomo is doing nonsense. 60, 70 minute tick on Mbomo, put Ahmed in that position. He can play there. And just let Dallo play right wing back. He's a right wing back at the end of the day. I see some people say they don't trust it, bro. He's a right wing back at the end of the day. Let Ahmad play his normal position. Let Ahmad and Mbomo fight for that position. This whole midfield thing, yes, it's two midfield, but in the game, it's not really two midfield. In the game, Cunha likes to drop deep as well. And Bomo's the outlet. And Mount is a midfielder as well. He's playing attacker, but he still drops, he can links play. When I'm watching the game, it's not a two-man midfield. It's like four people in that area. and which was working until they lost their legs, which I do agree with you guys. To be fair, Casemiro did have a good game, but I do agree that towards the end they do get tired, they do get overrun, and I feel like that's why he needs the subs of Ugarte and I forgot who else came on, but these are like for like subs to aid that or maybe freshen up the legs. But I feel like it's a little bit unfair to blame the manager. But yeah, but that's what I mean about Man United. Like for me, they lost that game where they weren't ruthless enough. They didn't take their chances. They had the 20-minute spell where they were all over them. That's when you're supposed to win the football match and see the rest of the match. I feel like after that, they lost their chance. And then what do you expect? You know, they're playing away. Fulham's at home. The crowd's gonna get into it. Fulham's gonna get up for it. And obviously they started taking over. And I feel at the end of the day, the draw is a fair result. How do you miss a penalty, miss clear-cut chances, and still feel entitled to win a game, especially in the Premier League? I feel a draw's a fair result. They even got lucky because I feel like Fulham, a couple more minutes, Fulham could have easily won that game. But I don't think things are as bad as they are. I do get that United is they're very impatient, but they've been going on for 5, 6, 7 years, getting new managers and always blaming the manager. But for sometimes I feel like in this game especially, the manager or the system, I think it's unfair to blame that. If the players missed clear-cut chances at the end of the day, in my opinion.
The thing about United, I think, um, like in the past, yeah, it's always been about the manager, the style of play, or something like that. But now I think it's a little bit different when it comes to the system and the manager because what was the stat? It was like Amram had like 28 games, and out of it he had 29 points, or it was the other way around,
Yeah, something like
Seven,
that.
like that. Right.
seven wins in 44 games.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the thing about United is that we
Well, it's
need
not it's not 44 Premier League games.
No, 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 not
All
from
no,
all
it's like 20.
competitions.
everything.
20 is
Yeah, but give context because he still made it to Europa League final.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like we need to win. We need to start winning games. So like yeah, I do agree with you that like at the end of the day it does come down to the players. Like Bruno missed that pen. He shouldn't have missed that pen. Cunha should have been more clinical with his chances. All of these things are right, you know. This is what makes a difference when teams win or they lose or draw or whatever is like if you can take advantage of the chances and actually win the game that way. But the thing about the system that like worries me the most has always been the midfield, but it's just because it's just such a gaping hole
But it's not
of
that
like
bad though. Like even versus Arsenal, like bro, you guys were controlling that game with that same midfield. Fulham, until they grew into the game, you guys were controlling that game with that same midfield. I do agree that they do get burned out, but I feel like
mm,
that's why you guys make like for like subs. You guys pick off
Yeah,
yeah.
Casemiro,
I
pick
think
off
But you see,
Ugarte.
we don't really play through the middle though. That's the thing. We get like we do have like people coming back down into the midfield area and stuff, but they're always pushing it out through the wings and stuff. And we're just playing more directly through the sides and stuff. But we're not really controlling the game and playing it through the middle the way like Arteta or Pep side would, or like any, not even that, just any team that plays with like a 4-3-3 or any three in midfield instead of two, you know? So that's the thing that is, I guess, concerning about it. Like even the goalkeeper almost had an assist for Cunha. He created a chance for Cunha, and it was a good chance and everything. And
They're taking that chance.
yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, like I don't mind, of course, but like, is that what we're trying to do? Just long ball sometimes where like just fuck it, Cunha's down there somewhere. Like
I feel
I'd
like
say the buildup has to be
So what
more.
about that build up, that interplay that led to I think it was a Cunha shot hit the post. It was like everyone got involved, Mason Mount then laid it off, Cunha now side footed it, hit the post.
Yeah,
That was good interplay there.
yeah, but it's just inconsistent. Why are we doing that? You know,
You like
in the first half of the
that's what I'm
match.
trying to say. Like
Yeah.
you want to like I feel like it's naive to think you're gonna play like that throughout the whole game. Like bro, even for my team, for example,
Mm.
not in a 90-minute game, you might play in moments. A Premier League game's a 90-minute game, maybe 90 plus 10 as today. But I'm saying your chance to win that game was that first 20 minutes. If you go up 2-0, 3-0 and just see out the game, we wouldn't be here talking about the system, the midfield, etc. You have
It's
a
not
win on your belt.
it's not just about like them playing that specific way for 90 minutes. No, of course you have to adjust throughout the game and everything, but it's more about like identity, right? Like we know that for example, Arsenal, they're gonna play with their midfield. They're gonna try to take advantage with crosses and set pieces and stuff like that. That's part of their identity.
Yeah,
Where it's like United nowadays we've changed managers so many times, and like now we have this new manager, and right now we've basically given him all this time to just establish some sort of an identity within the team. We play this way or we play that way. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're inconsistent in the way you play, that's not a good sign for any team, you know? Like even with Liverpool, like you guys got this manager last season after like a long time with Klopp and a long time getting used to that style of play. But
yeah,
the manager, he adjusted right away because he implemented that identity or the already existing identity from Klopp, and he just took it and basically made it his own, applied his own stuff to it,
yeah.
and you won the league right away. Why is it that teams like Spurs with Thomas Frank, a manager can come in and just
Oh,
switch
make a
things up
difference. Oh, okay,
real
that's the question.
right away, you know? When it's like for some reason with United, we always struggle. But the one thing for me that's like always been consistent with every manager throughout time has been it's always been trouble in the midfield. That's just how I see it. Like so that's why like I'm still not convinced completely about the system. Once we start getting wins in a row, like we get 3, 4 wins in a row, that's when I'll be fully convinced. Oh,
How much time would
because
you
at the
give
end of
this
the day,
Miss with Amarim now? How much time? Like I've seen some people saying that he only has 5 matches, and if he doesn't maybe do well in the first 5 matches, sack him, get someone else. What do you think?
see, I don't know because United they kind of put themselves in a weird position now because they got Amarim and they got most of these signings
For him, right?
for him, right? They allowed the manager to get the signings that he needs, that he wants, all of this stuff. So I think I would give him a couple months to be honest, because like it's still game week 2, you know, and even the Fulham match, like it wasn't a bad match, and like you know these matches happen throughout the season. You know, you if you're like a well-oiled machine, a well-gelled team, you would expect to win these games, right? But for United, we're still in that weird transition. And, you know, the full squad hasn't fully adjusted, like some of the new players like Sesko or whatever, he still hasn't adjusted to whatever system Amorim's going to play, or even just the fitness levels required for the Premier League. So I would still give him time, you know, there's still like the season's long, you know, and I think I would give him quite a while, but he has some tough matches ahead of him, and he has to at least start winning. That's the one thing. He just needs to start getting W's, 3 points.
Um,
That's all that matters, really.
I'll be real. I just feel like that's just an optimistic take, in my opinion, because, if we look at the facts is since Amorim came to United in the Premier League, he's had 28 points in 29 games. 28 points in 29 games, that's basically less points than the teams that got relegated last season. Two of the teams that got relegated last season had a better return in 29 games. So essentially what that means is in terms of the results that he's brought in, you guys are on track to get relegated. Now, when you talk about the future, when you talk about, how much time and, the next few games that you guys have, I hope you guys kind of know that the next few fixtures that you're currently looking at, aside from Burnley, which I'm hoping you guys can at least get all 3 points, but you're looking at City away, Chelsea away, sorry, City away, Chelsea home, Brentford away, Liverpool,
Sure.
Brighton, Nottingham, and Tottenham.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I look at that's a 7 run
Tough
game.
schedule, yeah.
I personally don't see you winning any of those games, if I'm being honest. Like, the most winnable game out of all those games is Nottingham Forest away. And even Nottingham Forest away is a very difficult place to go to. And I personally think that like for like Nottingham currently have a better squad. Nottingham Forest have a better team than Manchester United. Like, take away the names of the clubs, take away all of that, and just, bring up the players like for like their performances. I personally think that Nottingham have a better team than
But
Manchester United in 2025. So, when you look at all these things, it's just a recipe for disaster for the guys, it's a recipe for disaster for the team. And I don't really want the fans to be too optimistic because the fans, they saw the performance against Arsenal and they started getting giddy again, talking about top four, talking about top six. I personally have you guys, t touting closer to the relegation zone, in my opinion. That's a very, very unbiased opinion, in my opinion, man.
That's a little biased. That's a little biased.
No,
Nah,
I know it
that's a
sounds
little bit biased, but
it sounds
but
crazy. It's as
listen,
crazy as it sounds. I personally don't think in the next 8 games you guys have, I personally don't see you guys making more than 7 points. And if you don't take more than 7 points home out of those 24, that's relegation. That's
I'm gonna be honest.
you wouldn't get
Okay,
relegated, obviously, but like I
yeah,
don't think you guys finishing above 15th.
right. No, here's the thing, man. Like I'm looking at that schedule as well, and I'm like, man, I don't see how we win a lot of these games, you know?
Mm.
Like even after this performance or whatever, like because last season or whatever, or at least let me not even say last season. With this manager, we've been so inconsistent. One game it's good, one game it's bad. One game it's good, one game it's bad. Where I'm like, we might not even win the easy games, like against Burnley and stuff. Like we might even
go beat
get
a
a draw.
Liverpool or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, beat
yeah, you know what I mean?
Chelsea.
We
Beat
beat
Chelsea at
Chelsea
the
somehow,
bridge.
and then like lose against Burnley or draw against.
If you guys beat Chelsea at the bridge, we'll come back to this.
We'll come back.
We'll
No,
come
no,
back
no.
to this.
But the
One of
thing
the
is,
serious
like,
things.
okay, yeah, I'm maybe I'm being a little bit optimistic, but this is like, if you're United, if you're like on the board or whatever at United, it's like you've invested so much into this one guy, this Amarim guy or whatever,
Yeah, at the
and
same
it's
time.
like, and like somehow this guy is just married to his 3-4-2, 3-4-3 system or whatever, and it's like the least I think, even if they don't want to sack him, they have to like somehow put pressure on him to like change up his tactics a little bit, or try to figure something else out, because there's no way that the next 7 games, like the way we have been in the past, or we've been in the actually recent past or whatever, it's not looking like we're gonna get a lot of points out of it, you know? So, hey man, like
And
we'll see what happens, but
one of the scariest things for me right now with that team, and you guys, Chima and Tim, you can also be a testament to this, is the bench is it's like I look at their bench and I'm like because when they play, they put out their best
The
team.
bench
Like
is rubbish, though. Not
When
gonna
Sesko
lie.
is playing. And I look at the bench, if Sesko is starting, who can they bring on from their bench that can, add
Yeah,
some more
bench is
intensity?
firm.
That's why when it's the Dan Evers, I'm seeing them making subs for Maguire and Aiden Heaven and
Yeah,
Ugarte. Like these are not threats. Like the opponents are just gonna be like, oh wow, you even bringing more center backs.
mm,
I'm good. I'm good. Like there's no one on that bench where I'm like, okay, this is a winger who wants to
yeah.
come
Bench
out
is not
there.
yeah.
blessed,
An
though.
attacker who wants to bring on a different dynamic. This is like a target man that we're going to sub into the game to, win us headers and win us the game like other big clubs have, or even the smaller clubs. I'm looking at Fulham's bench and I'm like, okay, at least they can bring on Adama Traore. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Muniz,
At
Raul
least they can
Jimenez. Yeah,
at least they can bring on Emil Smith Rowe. Like this
yeah,
attacking threats that if the game isn't going their way, they can change things. But United, I'm looking at their
yeah.
bench.
Bench is weak, so
You're
not
not
gonna lie.
bringing Mano. You're not bringing Kobe Mano when you're down 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, see
Like,
the subs are questionable, to be
it's
honest. Like
questionable.
like even for those two positions, like for Cunha and Mbeumo, like you have Xerxes on the bench. You bought him last season. You made some sort of use of him. It's like you're not even bringing him on to just change things up. Like you're relying too much on some players. You're bringing on some players that make no sense. Like they subbed on Casemiro. They took off Casemiro to bring Sesko on so that Mount can go back into midfield with Bruno, and that becomes your pivot. Like, how does that? I don't know. To me, at least, that doesn't make sense. But somehow, some way, this is the decisions that are being made.
We'll keep an eye on United. Let's move on to the champions. Liverpool FC. Uh, Nervy 3-2 win to round up the weekend against Newcastle. The East Side Derby they were calling it. To be honest,
Custody of Isaac
custody of
Spanish.
Isak.
Yeah.
I, to be
I don't,
honest, another. To be honest,
I don't
I'm
think
not
Liverpool
liking.
deserve,
I'm not. What were you saying?
I don't think Liverpool deserved the W though.
You don't think so?
At least a draw was fair.
A draw was fair, but
No, it's fair
this is.
still.
I remember, Raj, this is what I was talking to you about the last panel. I was talking to you.
Yeah,
In these type of matches, can you take things that it's gonna look like a draw? Can you turn into a win? Can you turn into points? And to be honest, we just showed an example to the league like what champions are made of. That's what I think.
yeah.
I was
Liverpool
I
have
was
had,
I was I was pissed when they tie up 2-2 because I didn't understand how they're playing. Bro, the thing about Newcastle, they have two weapons in the past 2, 3 seasons is the St. James's Park and the striker that they had. The striker didn't play, but that park, man,
that crowd, that
bro.
They're
man.
celebrating throw-ins and corners and
Bro, the
Scores,
players were,
free
bro,
kick.
that was their extra man. They were eating it up, bro. Even
Oh,
after the red card, they're still like they're pushing us back. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
Mhm. Mhm.
well, even Anthony Gordon was having a good first half.
They
He was
were
having a
pushing us.
good third half.
Like it was one of
When
those like, okay,
when they
we need to be
yeah.
professional and ride the storm.
Hmm.
And I liked but they were pressing. I'm like, yo, bro, this
Exactly.
is what no Isak. If there was Isak,
Yeah.
forget it.
Because you guys like were just trying to slow
We're
down
just
the
trying to
pace of
slow
the
down the
game
game.
the
If
whole
there was
time, and
Isak,
they're just putting a pace on you. And this is I heard a lot of people they were talking about like how Florian Wirtz he struggled against Bournemouth like in terms of the pace of the game
oh
and
nah,
how
he's
quick
too
it was.
slow. He's too
And
slow.
yeah, and now
Way too slow, bro.
Newcastle was I feel like that was a rude awakening for him because
Yeah, but I
he
like
did
it.
not
To
expect
be fair, to be
he
fair,
did not expect that.
I agree with him. If you look at our fixtures,
Mm-mm.
Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal. Some other teams, they go to Wolves away, they play a little bit, they get excited, but I'm happy that
Yeah,
he gets thrown in the deep end. So, okay, you're
deep
right.
end
This
right. Yeah.
this is the Premier League. I also made a video that when Florian Wirtz came to my team, this is the perfect environment because yes, he's coming for let's say 160 million pounds, but people have these unrealistic expectations that they want him to, fulfill. To be honest, he's coming to a team. He's not the best player on the team anymore.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? He can imagine him having performances like this. He can get away with it. Why? The team's still winning. You're still playing with
yeah.
Van Dijk. M. Salah's still there. You're surrounded by, Gravenberch, young player, young Premier League player of the year. You're surrounded by people that have won the Premier League. These are the champions. So I'm happy that he's get thrown into the deep end. But then what I'm not happy with is, okay, yes, you're not scoring, yes, you're not assisting, but I'm kind of annoyed with his general play. Like,
yeah,
bro,
He's hiding. It looks like he's hiding.
My Veers is like what I like about him is I think his best asset is his IQ. If you have IQ, why are you holding the ball too long? You're not a
Mm,
physical. You can't go with these guys physically. I
One
yeah.
expect
touch,
one, two
one touch,
touch and move. Just get into the
one
game. Oh,
touch.
one touch move, one touch move, one touch move. Be 1, 2 steps ahead of these guys. That's where I want him to dominate. But I'm not even seeing that. Some of the passes he's playing are sloppy. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Picking the wrong decisions. That's where I'm getting a little bit frustrated. I'm like, okay, bro, you know
the
what I
thing
mean?
is,
Sometimes it almost seems like he's like panicking in
I don't know.
transition and
Like,
stuff.
I don't know.
It's
I don't
weird.
know. That's
thing, the
where
thing
I'm getting a
is
little
that
bit frustrated, to be honest.
is, when he was at Leverkusen, right? The thing, because I used to watch a lot of their games because they scored a lot of goals the last few seasons under Zabi. Thing is, he was like a go-to guy. Like he was the guy where you give him the ball, he runs past three, four players, sets it up for Boniface, sets it up for the striker, or he scores. So it's like he's always been accustomed to be that go-to guy, and it's just crazy trying to see him replicate that in the Premier League, and it doesn't work. Like he's trying to take on players. He's getting out muscled.
Too slow, yeah,
It's
bro.
like he's not playing at the pace of the Premier League. It's
Ah,
like he's not quick enough. He's not strong enough. He's not skillful enough to beat players.
like,
So it just feels like he's just running around, quote unquote, but it's like he's running around doing nothing. But
But the thing is, you don't even have to do all these things that he wants to do. Can you just play 1-2 touch and
once
move?
you touch that move,
You know,
yeah.
he's a good passer. He has vision. You can still affect the game like with a split edge pass that can open
Yeah.
up. So that's what I want to see. You know, can you unlock Cody Gakpo? Like, bro, I thought he's gonna come into my team and make the whole team tick, make the whole team better.
Like,
I feel like he's
yeah,
trying to do too much and show,
Trying to prove
that
his
he's
worth,
trying to
basically.
prove his worth. But bro, I don't think you have to do. In my opinion, you don't have to do that. Don't like leave whatever the outside says. You come to a Champions League team. I mean, a championship team. Uh, at the end of the day. But he's trying to prove his worth. That's what I don't like. I don't. That's why I'm getting a little bit
Yeah, he
frustrated.
just
But
he just needs to play.
he
He
just
just
needs to
needs to
play,
play.
bro.
Yeah.
Just needs to
And
play.
I mean, you're right about like this is probably the best team or environment he could have gone to because literally everybody around him he can learn from and you're learning from the best, right? Um and these types of games like this Newcastle game, getting that 3-2, like getting that
That
win,
thrill, yeah, under your
that's
belt.
that's basically what makes, the difference between a
Yeah,
championship team and just the top 5 or top 10 team, And I think it was a insane game to be honest. Like the pace of the game was
oh,
crazy,
it's fast, bro.
and yeah, you even got that 16-year-old to get in and
And
get you the
finish for
winner.
us, yeah.
And that's what I mean about like Liverpool. It's just the team structure itself, like the environment. It's all winning. It's all the winning mentality.
His
So
mentality.
you can confidently bring on a 16-year-old and tell him go get that winner, and he'll actually do it.
Yeah.
Which that's really the difference I thought that was in this game.
that kid was standing on the sideline for like 5 minutes waiting, just
Yeah,
waiting.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
was
bro,
just waiting.
we didn't want to put him yet because, bro, the way the game just
Yeah.
flipped upside down, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. I said, wait, what? What's
nah,
going
but
on? Bro, the
there's one
goals they
guy.
were scoring, bro, I couldn't believe my eyes. The first one, Kirkez, bro, guys, he's ducking. Why is he? What's going on, bro? Bro, I swear, the
Same
goals we're
type of goal.
conceding, the goals we're conceding, they're not making sense. And then what's pissing me off is when people are like emphasizing our defense, our defense. Bro, it's not the these are individual errors. He's bending down for the man. He had no business heading down to the net. Look at the second goal. Konati's letting the ball bounce. You learned that in Greek. In what, bro? In what year do you learn don't let the ball bounce? When you're like 12.
But
He's
you know
letting the
what?
ball bounce.
yeah.
Bro,
One
these
one guy.
individual errors and like that's the thing. Like I'm annoyed, but I'm not worried because bro, there's no way like in Konate, you're gonna let the ball bounce every single time. Konate's the type of guy like every beginning of the season, he's always sloppy. So that's why okay, I'm not too worried. Kirkez, he's 21. The shirt's big. I'll
This
allow you. But these type of games, you might have to put Robertson. But I know why they want to put Robertson because yo, Alanga's rapid,
rapper.
and Kirkez is no slouch. Alanga's rapid, bro. Nah, he couldn't, bro. That guy's fast, bro.
There's one guy on that team that I can't lie, like, I stood up and I applauded because I feel like he the performance he gave today was I wish I had him at my club. Sly, man.
Double, yeah,
Yeah.
Yo, yo, that's a proper, like, that's a Premier League midfielder. Like, yo, he had to play right back today. He had to cover the right hand side, but yo, he was all over the pitch. Like, he kept running till he can run no more. Like, even the final goal, like, I'll be real, yes, real did his thing, but that goal was all him. The dummy that he had
Mhm.
to send away that
yeah. So
defender
it
was
sold them,
so,
yeah.
so good. Like, this guy was everywhere, putting in tackles, winning duels, clearing the ball, playing out of position, and he still gave everything he had. Like, that's the type of player that I want in my team. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's a leader. That's a captain by example. That's a leader by example. And that was my man of the match personally.
But
Um,
I think,
he
oh,
was he
sorry.
was good. He was good for sure. Soboslai was. I really enjoyed that performance, playing out of position.
I was gonna say, I think if Liverpool didn't have Gravenberch today, I don't think they were gonna win that game.
That
That's true
Gravenberg,
as well, yeah.
Coming
that
to
Gravenberg, he's a beast,
the
bro.
beat,
But
yeah.
you see what he did for the third goal. You see the pass he gave for the
And
third goal where he
that very important pass that
bro,
he
that
made to
was
the
that.
right
You see, that
flank.
was what caused the goal. That was what created
That's
that
what
goal.
that took Bruno Guimaraes out of position.
Yeah.
Everything that was what opened the whole
That
game
took him
up.
out of
And
position.
I'm like,
Gravenberch,
Gravenberch, bro, you
Gravenberch
guys
is a
missed him a
baller.
lot in that first game
Yeah.
too, bro. Like, personally,
There
I
was
think he was
like
like, game too. Him and
he's
Sobos
very
like
good.
I feel like at the end of the day, me personally, I feel like I'll be real. I'm not even trying to be like reactionary right now, but it's like when Gravenberg, McAllister, and Soboslai are all fit, I still personally believe that that's the best three for Liverpool. Like, I feel like Vert has to earn his position, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, Zabazlai
like,
said something like that too. He said you can't just come into a
yeah,
Champions League
you
team,
can't come into this team and
yeah, and be
spend
playing
130.
rubbish, and they will just keep
Because
putting you. You know what I mean?
McAllister right now for me is still a much better player than Vert based on what I've seen. So
McAllister's
yeah.
top.
So
McAllister's
when
world
all
class.
three are fit, like me, I have my go-to midfield. That's a very strong midfield. Those three, like they complement each other very well. They have everything really. So I think Vert will have to fight for a position there because it'll be tough. It'll
But
be
it's
tough.
good. You came to a championship team. But even about Zalbo, I used to misprofile him because we bought him and I thought he was a 10. But
No.
as the thing, he's like Valverde on Madrid. He's like that type of archetype of player. He
Yup.
has the energy. He's
yeah.
very versatile. He can play whenever you put him. He can
Up
play.
from that cloth.
Yeah,
Shoot, he
from
can
that type
shoot.
of cloth, and then he
He
can
He
can
can
shoot.
shoot
Yeah,
too.
I wish he shoots a little bit more, but he's from that type of cloth. Now that I know what type of player he is, I know what to expect. Before I was expecting, I was like, why aren't you assist goals? No, no, it's not
That's what
that.
he plays for his country. That's what he plays for his
Well, that's what
country.
he
For
plays for
his
his
country, he's
country. And that's the
yeah,
thing. I
for his
don't know.
country.
I don't know.
In his
Yeah, when
country,
you
he plays front three.
yeah,
He's up there. Like,
Yeah, he's scoring.
it's
He scores G's too.
like Alaba for Austrian back in
yeah,
the day. He was a
exactly.
left back for Bayern, but he played like left mid for them or something.
Yeah.
But Szoboszlai, he was holding you guys down in the first half.
Hmm.
Because that first half, like Newcastle was on smoke.
Oof.
And honestly, to give credit to the Newcastle players as well, Dan Burn, bro, I love this guy's game. Dan Burn, that guy was so good the whole game, even with 10 men and the injuries. It was Fabian Schär, Jolinton, and Tonali. These are
Ali,
all key
yeah.
players that got
Yeah. And
injured
Gordon
throughout
too.
the game.
And Gordon.
Plus
Gordon was
Gordon
sharp
going
too.
off with
Wow, no
Yeah,
red
Isak.
bro. Gordon was
and
so
no
good,
Isak.
man.
If they
Yeah,
had Isak,
Gordon,
I think we would have got 0 points, man.
yeah,
That was chopped.
yeah.
But
And
the
Gordon
thing is,
shocked me,
if
but
they had
no, he.
Isak, I don't think they would have played with that intensity.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
too
saying. Yeah,
much. It
yeah.
was too
let's
I
much.
let's
think
send
they
James
played
White.
with that much intensity, and the fans
The fans on top of it,
were
because the
that
fans know
crazy.
what's going on. That's why they
They know
did
what's
that. So
happening, yeah.
that's why
And
they did
people
that.
have been instigating this match,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
it lived up to it.
Newcastle had a really good match, especially considering everything that happened, the injuries and the sending off, and with the players that they brought on and everything. I think they deserved at least 1 point, but hey, it's Liverpool, like this is what happens.
Yeah, if I
This
was,
is
if
the
I was,
difference, this is the difference between champions. They know how to
That's
win.
why I say, guys,
Yeah,
ruthless, bro. We had five shots, four on target. We scored 3 goals.
yeah.
Have to be ruthless in the Premier League.
And this is
Four
yeah.
my
shots on
point.
target, 3 goals.
This is
Have to
my
be
point
ruthless.
with like the
Sorry, sorry, sorry to cut you, but I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, you see this performance that Newcastle had today. Sorry, if you compare it to what United were saying, oh, we had a good performance against Arsenal, but
Yeah.
we didn't make.
But
You see
but my
Newcastle,
point,
that's like performance. Like that's how you actually play like a big team.
Yeah.
And not what United did, like I don't think United like they tried, but Newcastle really like stomped their ground
Whew.
today. Like, bro,
yeah.
Oh, it was
nah,
tough.
bro, you're not
See,
gonna,
even
yeah,
in both games, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, nobody's gonna look back and be like, "Oh, but they had a good game, though." You
The
know,
three
yeah,
they're
points.
gonna
yeah,
be like,
Yeah.
"They got the 3 points at the end of the
Yep,
day,"
they
and I
lost.
think
Yeah.
that's really what is
it
the
matters.
difference between
no matter.
the title contenders, the champions and stuff, versus like the teams that are still trying to make it up there. Is that they can get those grimy wins, they can make it and get those 3 points on the board, and you know this is the thing that's going to be most important, especially for teams that are trying to contend this season, like Chelsea or Man City, and these guys. They have to be able to win those types of games.
I can't wait to play Liverpool, man.
Mm.
Can't wait. Like I can't. When is our game? I can't wait because like I swear to God, bro. I know everyone is hyping up Liverpool winners mentality, but you guys are so damn beatable right now. Like I feel like the hardest team to beat at the moment. in my opinion, like the team I'm actually scared to play is Arsenal. Like I'm scared.
Arsenal's a complete team.
Arsenal is a complete like they're well-rounded. Like
They're the most complete team, yeah.
the defense is crazy. That pivot of Declan Rice and
But,
Zubimendi is so
but you
so
see, but you
good.
see why I'm twerking for Isak.
True,
Because
true.
that's why that Arsenal team, that's why
Arsenal
I'm
for
twerking
me,
for Isak. That
Arsenal.
one.
The thing is, Arsenal for me, they are not the best team in the league, but they're the hardest team.
I don't like playing them at all.
I hate playing Arsenal,
I
bro.
hate
I
playing
hate
Arsenal,
playing
bro. I
them
can't
because it's
stand
like,
it, bro.
okay, first of all, you have to go through that midfield. When you
They're
get to that
strong.
midfield, then you have
They're
to go through that
physical.
defense.
Oh
They're
man, I don't like
physical,
it,
they're
man.
grimy. They have a good goalkeeper. They are very good on set pieces, and then they have all these evil tactics
Yeah. Then if Saka
throughout the
catches
game.
you on right wing, he
Then
can
if Saka
punish you.
catches you on right wing,
So
now
it's,
they've added Gyökeres, now they've added Eze, who is good on who Eze is crazy on free kicks, who can do some damage. Odegaard is finding his form, so it's like they're a complete team. Like that team is made in Arteta's life. Like that's a complete team. So I hate to play them. But Liverpool, I just feel like there's some loopholes, and if you come correct, I feel like you can take all three. I feel like I can take all three.
Liverpool
but
is
but I feel like
vulnerable.
I feel like I feel like I feel like the Liverpool you're gonna verse in October is not gonna be the same one at
True.
all.
Yeah.
Remember, this is our first two games. Like I keep saying, Konate has these things in the beginning of the season. He's rubbish. You know, last week they were saying Van Dijk is finished. Today's you could be man of the match. These Kirkes and guys, they still have to come into the team. Bradley just come back. To be honest, our team hasn't been stable. Last week,
Yeah.
no Gravenberch. This week, no McAllister. Last week we had Frimpong. This week, Bradley's back. Now Frimpong's gone. Like, bro, our team's not stable. It's still early. But yeah,
True.
I can understand why you guys think you have a chance, but I wouldn't be too confident. But for Arsenal, we'll see you guys next week. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, I personally, I feel like Arsenal is gonna win that game.
At, at Anfield,
You think
really?
so?
I
In
feel like, I
Anfield, you
feel, I
At
think
feel like,
so?
Anfield, really?
I feel like,
Richie must Richie was
I feel like
surprised.
Arsenal. I feel my bad. I just remember Saka is out.
Richie must
Saka is
surprised,
out.
bro.
My bad. I
Yo,
take that back. I take that back. Saka is out. Saka is out. So that's a
Aka's
different.
out, Odegaard's out.
I think we'll
Odegaard is
take
out.
2-2 draw.
Yeah.
2-2 draw. I'm
Yeah,
okay
all
in
the
that
guys.
game. I'll take 2-2 draw.
Okay.
I
Never mind.
think
But
1-1.
the thing
1-1.
is though, the
1-1.
thing
2-2
is
2-2 draw, 1-1. I'll take draw and I'll leave it.
the one question I have for you guys is that Arsenal, they had a pretty easy game against Leeds, you know? And right
Liverpool had
now
a tough game.
Liverpool are coming off of a pretty grimy game against
Now
Newcastle.
we're home, you know.
And you're home,
Fam,
which
FLO
is
has
true,
to
but
perform this match, fam. Like I'm not, fam. I've given you two matches. This
Who?
match,
Who?
my
Who,
star boy,
who,
he has to show me,
where is he
fam.
gonna perform? How?
He has to.
Which
What do you mean
midfield?
how? In your midfield, in your midfield. There's Mendy, Rice, fam. We can take you guys on, fam. Mike Gravenberch and Zabazla, McAllister's back. I'm okay. I don't mind your midfield, but
Oh,
he
Eze
has
is
to
gonna
make
be in
something
that
happen.
midfield.
As here, he's
Ooh.
gonna be on the left or in the midfield.
Midfield, bro. All the guys is not.
We'll
yeah,
see.
I would
It'll be
play
that game. I'm gonna
Zidane.
go to. I'm gonna go to the fan club, the Liverpool fan club near me. I'm gonna watch that game with the fans there.
Bro, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
that
nice
would be a
It'll
game.
be a
good.
good
Bro.
I
spectacle.
feel like it wouldn't be personally. I feel like it wouldn't be a good game. I feel like I
Mm.
feel I don't think it will be a good game. Why? Because I feel like Arsenal will be going there
The take
to
draw, right?
draw. I feel like the
Think
draw will
so?
suit Arsenal.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
That's what they
not because they're inferior. It's just because like right now they're missing key players, and they're not the strongest right now. So I just personally feel like they're looking to get a draw. Like a draw will be the best. That will be a good result for Arsenal with Saka out, with
Or we
Odegaard
can nick
out.
a set piece. We can nick a set piece and
Yeah,
defend the
so it's going
shit.
to be Nick a set piece, try to hold it down, try to, but Liverpool will always score. Liverpool is going to score
I
100%.
you
don't
guys.
think so. Bro, this attack, I don't think Liverpool, like, I don't think they have that chaos rock and roll football anymore. That, like, they'll just be coming. And, like,
Yeah,
before,
but
we're like,
Liverpool is just going to do something. Like something will happen. A
We'll see.
penalty, something will
We'll
happen.
see, guys. Let's on the panel with who's your player of the week. Player of the week.
mm, mm,
Player of the week.
good question, good question.
Uh, player of the week. I need to quickly.
For me, I'll give a shout out to Paulinho. That performance against Man City, coming back from Bayern Munich, where he wasn't getting any bench, no minutes. I don't even know why they got him because no, the style company wants to play, wants a ball playing six, but
Mm.
no,
I mean,
Paulinho is not a ball
I'll give
playing
it to
six.
I'll give it to Grealish. Two
Grealish.
assists.
Okay.
Grealish,
Whatever.
yeah, Grealish was
That's a
good.
good one. I'll
Hey,
give a shout out to
Paulinho.
Grealish. I'll also give
Grealish,
a shout out
bro.
to Dan Burn. I don't know why,
Oh,
but
you got Dan Burn? Okay.
I loved his game
He was good today. It was
this
good
one.
today.
Yeah, yeah. Give a
Yeah,
shout out to Dan Burn.
Grealish is definitely a good one.
Man, I
Um,
Grealish fault, bro.
yeah, me personally, who do I like this game week? Uh, I'm trying to think. I don't really have anyone in mind that's like
Bosalai as well that
Musa
was
was good, but player of
yeah.
the week.
Player of the week. Chima, you think Everton top 10 finish?
Hmm,
Nah, too early.
good question. I don't think so. I'm not
No?
sure.
Like 13th, no?
Yeah,
13, 14.
I don't. It's hard for me to make predictions until like first 10 games. It's
First
first
10,
10
yeah,
games I
I
can.
have to watch first 10 matches. So that's how you keep it.
You guys seen Sunderland? You see, Burnley gave it to
Yeah,
them.
but yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
that's like that. That Sunderland is going down.
If United,
They went they went to go carry all black players, put them on the back. They
But
never do that.
yeah,
Bro, because they went to go
player,
get Xhaka. They think Xhaka is gonna save them. Xhaka is not gonna save them,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I was just gonna say, yeah, they got Xhaka as well. Like they think Xhaka's gonna
I'll be real though. I'll be real though.
keep them up.
If United don't win versus Burnley,
Burnley,
it's
it's
Yeah,
dark.
peak, bro.
that one is bad
Hey
Ah,
still.
man,
That one be
yo,
trying.
they said
Nah,
player of the week, bro. Why
Yeah,
you
player of
bringing
the
up
weekend,
United
that
up
about
here?
United.
Yeah, why you say fuck me for?
no, player of the week. I'll probably side with Chima for that one. I think Grealish
Yeah,
was
Grealish.
outstanding.
Grealish. Okay,
yeah,
Grealish
okay.
had
Grealish
a
was cold, man.
I like the highlights. Yeah, Grealish was really good this week for
He
sure.
balled,
But
man.
if I was to have like my own personal separated player of the week, then I'll probably go with Szoboszlai. I enjoyed his performance. As somebody who didn't even get a goal or assist, I enjoyed his performance.
Yeah, he's really surprised me how he held down his own at the right back. I was
Sit
shocked. I
down,
didn't
sit down.
He's like a
expect
Like,
that.
Valverde.
and they were coming at him, like they were going at him.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
Gordon was
Yeah,
they were
he
doing
held it down.
they were doing what they were doing. They were doing 2v1s on him and Harvey Barnes and Gordon.
Livermento.
And sorry,
Yeah,
Livermento kept doing 2v1s on him, and
That guy is good, huh? Livermento? Yeah, he's good
Yeah,
still.
Livermento. Too good, bro. Man City wanted to get him.
FM legend.
He's good.
City was good, bro. He's so
that,
good.
that's my boy too. We
He's
sold
good.
him.
Chelsea boy, you know, two
That's a
ACLs,
Chelsea boy. That's a Chelsea
two
boy. We
ACLs,
sold
two ACLs,
He
two
has two ACLs?
Livermento, two ACLs.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a
Top
nerf
player,
him.
bro.
That's a nerf him.
And
Top
he's
player, bro. I rate him so highly too. Even Lewis Hall too. That guy that came in, Lewis Hall for
Oh, the left
Chelsea too.
back, he's
Chelsea
good
boy,
too. Yeah, he's good
like,
too.
good, bro.
Newcastle has
Good,
an
bro.
underrated squad, you know. The people they were bringing on, they put the
even
smiling, they bring on.
Usulino, the
Yeah,
striker.
who the hell was that guy, bro? He's causing trouble, bro. Fuck.
It's Niger, it's Niger boy, you know. Osula,
Yeah,
Osiana,
Niger.
causing
yeah,
trouble, bro.
Nigeria guy, no.
He was hungry.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
good, bro.
Isaac replacement.
So guys, let's end it off. Do you think Liverpool get Isak?
No,
No,
not this season. No.
no. This transfer. Chill, what are you
January,
saying?
January, bro.
January.
January.
So none of you guys think we get Isak? Nah.
Nah,
Okay, I'm gonna believe. I've been believing since
it's too,
April.
it's too
I
deep.
still, I still think we get Isak.
I just feel like it's too dark. Like there's too much going on. Nah, it's too much for one week
Because
to
the
start.
way the club is right now, it's Isak or nothing. We have no other. You
I
guys don't
feel
think so?
I feel like you guys will hold it down till January. I'm not gonna do this right now. Isak would do. Nah, it wouldn't work out.
Okay,
Nah,
guys.
Yeah.
Let's thank you. Thank you for coming. Let's end the panel here.
nah, it was great, man.
Thank
See you
you.
guys. See
Yeah,
you
bro.
guys next week.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
Take care.
Liverpool, bro. We're coming for you, bro.
Okay.
I don't know, man.